fertility rates are plummeting. Countries like South Korea, Taiwan, Singapore, Italy, and Spain are experiencing birth rates far below the replacement level. Look around and you can find schools shuttering their windows and closing their doors. Families are shrinking, and the future of population growth looks grim. But what if this isn't just about economics, environmental stressors, or individual choice? What if, like the mice in Calhoun's famous Universe 25 experiment, humans are experiencing a kind of societal infection, a malaise of self-focus, something that's suppressing our natural drive to create and nurture life? Calhoun's experiment, Universe 25, ran from 1968 to 1972. Mice were placed in an environment with abundant space, food, water. However, space became overcrowded. Overcrowded in the sense that even though there was enough room for further growth, some hitherto unknown social or collective mechanism was activated. The mice stopped reproducing. They withdrew inwardly, and the social fabric broke down. The inhabitants became obsessed with grooming, withdrawal, and self-maintenance, neglecting or simply not feeling any natural reproductive instincts. The environment became chaotic, and the last generation died out, leaving a population of 0. Echoing the same result of each of the other universe experiments. The key insight seems to be that social stress and disconnection can inhibit fundamental biological drives. Could a similar phenomenon be happening among humans? Are we perhaps experiencing a collective behavioral sink, where societal pressures and cultural shifts cause us to withdraw from our instinctual role as creators and nurturers? Are we living in a kind of Universe 26? Many argue that economic factors, the cost of living, housing, job insecurity, are the main reasons for low fertility. But I wonder, is there something more going on beneath the surface? Yes, we could postulate that there are environmental factors in our food and other products that have exacerbated physiological infertility. However, I wish to go even deeper. What if there is a psychological and cultural infection adding to all of this? Something that's rooted in our focus on individual pleasure and self-fulfillment. In recent decades, society has celebrated living your best life, prioritizing personal achievement, self-love, and enjoyment. While these pursuits are valuable, they can also become a kind of infection, focusing solely on one's self at the expense of community, tradition, and future generations. The self-service mentality may be causing a kind of societal malaise, where the drive to reproduce and build lasting bonds diminishes, replaced by a focus on immediate gratification and personal comfort. Of course, economic realities do play a role. Rising costs of housing, education, and childcare make having children more difficult. There are also environmental factors at play, substances in our environment, in our food, in the air we breathe, all playing a role in reducing fertility. But these factors are intertwined with cultural shifts, values that emphasize individualism over community, immediate pleasure over long-term health and stability. Are we collectively infected by some kind of cultural virus, one that focuses on competition, domination, greed, one that discourages us from investing in the future through family? Could our obsession with self, while fulfilling in the short term, could it be undermining the very social structures of cooperation, caring, and sharing that sustain tribal social units? Understanding these patterns is crucial. It's not just about economics and environmental factors. It's about examining our values, the stories that we tell ourselves, our social environment, and whether we're inadvertently suppressing tribal instincts that have ensured our survival for the last several 100,000 years. As we face declining birth rates and societal upheaval, let's reflect on what it truly means to be human before it's too late. To connect, to nurture, to create. These are linked to cooperation, caring, sharing. Recognizing these underlying influences is the first step toward fostering a culture that values life, community, and future generations. Before this societal city-state infection takes further hold. I know, there's a lot to unpack with this one, but I'm happy that you've stayed with me this long, and I'm curious. I'd like to know your point of view on this subject. So please don't hesitate to share your ideas in the comment section below. If you've enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and you can ring the little bell for notifications. Until next time, so long from all of us here at the channel at the end of the universe.